Okay, computer turned off. Alright, so
All
who are
right.
we talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about Kirk Cousins.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm going off of what I've seen from him from the WFT, aka Commanders, and what is it?
The
He was
Commanders.
pretty much like Alex Smith in the sense that like I feel like 10, maybe even I wouldn't give it as short as 5, but like 10 years after he retires, no one's gonna remember him. Or at least those that like, cause like for example, everyone knows about what is it? Everyone knows about Roger Staubach, but no one, or at least most people, weren't alive to see him play, right?
Yeah.
He's not elite. He's not gonna be memorable like that. I feel like a lot of these people in the average and maybe someone in the above average and below, they're not gonna be remembered like 10 years after, or people are gonna think of them as an afterthought. And I feel like that's where Kirk and Alex really are. They're just average Joes essentially.
Yeah. I'm looking for his stats here. Okay. Well, he's constantly throwing for over 4,000 yards in a lot of his games, but he's never like done anything crazy. I don't think he's ever done anything in the playoffs. Or
And
he's gone, but
mostly
he
like
just
the
gets
thing that's
so.
pushing up the average is I believe he has at least one Pro Bowl selection, right?
He has three, that which is really good,
Three.
honestly.
Okay, yeah. That is. Definitely not Hall of Fame. We'll clear that up right now.
For
Definitely not
now,
Hall of
but
Fame.
yes, no, not now.
He's what, 32, bruh? On a
Last year of his contract, yes.
Yeah, I
He's
feel like once
33.
once he or 33, my fault. I feel like once he turns 34, last year of his contract, maybe he'll get like a 3-year, 2-year deal, and then after that he'll retire. I feel like he's gonna retire early for a QB, maybe at like 36, 37.
Yeah,
All right,
I have him in
moving
above
on.
average, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you have him in above average? Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Moving on, I feel like the only other person that's allowed to share the same, what is it, the same place with Aaron Rodgers is gonna be Tom Brady. Really, no debate. Past 22 years. I mean, he recently called it quits, but past 22 years been pretty dominant. Fight between him and Aaron, and a lot of really good QBs, Hall of Fame quarterbacks. And what is it?
Damn.
So best of the best, we have Tom and Aaron. I feel like we can't add anyone else to that. Like it's only elite from here. You hear me?
Yeah, he has 15 Pro Bowls. That's crazy.
That's stupid, bro. Of course, as everyone knows, past Drew Brees and what is it? Um, passing yards. I think he has the passing touchdowns record. I don't
Yeah,
know
he
though.
has like 500 or 600, I think.
Yeah, crazy. Maybe Aaron will pass him. I don't know though.
Yeah, he
But
has. I'll go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
I don't know though. But like I feel like if Aaron does
Damn,
pass him,
624.
just the sheer dominance of Super Bowls would still what is it, hang supreme. Like regardless
Yeah.
of records. So really no debate. Best of the best. All
Okay,
right,
yeah,
let's
I
go
don't know what's
to
gonna fit there after those two.
yeah. Let's go to an interesting person. What do
Okay,
you
yeah.
think about Jalen Hurts?
He got a lot of hate in the playoffs. I don't know why. People were saying he's like a bust. I don't get it.
But
He's still
like,
good. I don't know.
it's
Like,
against they went against the Bucks. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
yeah, yeah.
What did you expect from that?
Yeah, it was a rebuilding year. They went to the playoffs. No one expected that. He's a
That
second
that's
overall
good
pick
on its own.
or
I
second
get, I
round.
get. His throwing numbers were kind of lackluster,
But
but
his rushing
he's a
yards.
mobile quarterback. He had like at least over 500, right? How many rushing yards do you have? You
I'm
could check the
looking.
stats real quick.
Okay, this year he had 784, and last year he had
See,
354.
that's like
10
that's
touchdowns
really
too.
good. And I believe like over 3,000 passing yards at least, right?
Let me see. E- yeah, barely over 3,100.
Okay. That is lower than Jared Goff, but Jared Goff can't move like Jalen
He can't
Hurts.
run, yeah, and he makes a lot of touchdowns too.
In my opinion, I have Jared Goff or not Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, my fault. At average. I feel like if he were to develop his throwing game more, especially with Devonta Freeman, oh my god,
Devontae Freeman.
Devonta Smith. What is
Jalen
it?
Rager.
Shut up. If he were to develop, what is it? His throwing with Devonta Smith, he could move to above average, but I do see a cap for him. And my cap is almost elite. I feel like people will think about like if he probably would have developed earlier. I'm not saying earlier because what he's like 25, 26.
He's
But
like
if he would have had,
like yes.
yeah, my fault. If he would have
He's
had a
23.
bigger development age coming into the NFL, and I'm talking about like above average quarterbacks like Josh Allen and Herbert that immediately made an impact. If he was there, he could probably reach elite. He could probably reach, dare I say, best of the best. But for right now, I think he caps out as almost elite. He'll always be seen as that guy that almost made it. You get me?
Yeah. Okay, I'll
And
just put him at average right now. That's good.
mhm. I mean, he's so young, so like we really don't know. All right, moving on to another interesting one.
There's a lot of interesting ones. We're not even
Where
done
do you
barely with
have?
half.
Yeah, where do you have Derek Carr at? I have Derek Carr. Okay, hear me out. He is 31 or 30. I have him at almost elite. He led a poverty. I call them poverty
Huh?
franchise, but they weren't poor. They just had a lot of freaking like um
Interesting
criminals
incidents.
or future criminals on their freaking hands. He led that type of team with a new head coach in the middle of it, departing from a head coach he was comfortable with for obvious reasons. And then after all of that, he leads them to the playoffs. Yes, they were first round exits, but he gave it everything he had. And they were against the Bengals, who of course are now in the Super Bowl. I feel
Yeah,
like
defending Super Bowl
overall this
champs.
past year, like if you would have asked me at the start of the year, probably above average, maybe even average, but he really moved up those steps because of the fact that he was able to lead so well. So for that reason, I have Derek Carr at almost elite.
Since 2018, he's only thrown over 4,000 yards up till now. He almost broke 5,000
That
this
is
year.
that is good. Like,
Yeah.
well, those may be average throwing numbers probably in the future because with the extra game. For like that type of what is it, throwing numbers, especially from 2018 with the 16 game season, that is good, that's respectable. He's never he's the better Carr brother, bro. I
Yeah,
feel
not
like if
bad.
David Carr were to be like around the same age, he would
David
probably go
Carr.
with Drew. Yeah, Drew Lock in the bad situation because he has no line. But anyways, regardless of that, Derek Carr almost elite, a late boomer like Kurt Warner type of guy. Kurt Warner is elite, but I feel like only for the fact that he won a Super Bowl, but it was so late in his career. Like
He
I
was
believe he
28
started
years
his
old
yeah, he started his
as a
career at
rookie.
28. Mhm. But Derek Carr, I could see him becoming into an elite quarterback, like kind of acting like a veteran presence. Eventually, when Rodgers retires, he'll be like the most senior quarterback, I guess. All right,
Yeah, I have him at the same thing as you, almost elite, but it's not there
all
yet
right.
because
So let's go with the future Hall of Famer, Dak Prescott. I'm
I
joking.
thought you were gonna say said Wilson. Okay.
Dak Prescott. Where do you have Dak?
Okay, last year's Dak, if he continued playing, this dude was gonna be an elite easy. Cause
Yeah,
he was
easy.
like 500 yards a game, easy, like
Hmm.
no problem. This year, Dak, after that Patriots game, everything went downhill for Dak. I don't know what he did.
Everything.
He got that
I
injury.
have Dak. Dak's not average like Kirk because
No
Kirk is
way.
Kirk. I have Dak at above average.
Really? Okay.
I feel like he
Some moments I feel like
he
he's the worst,
digressed.
and sometimes I think he's the lead. So I mean,
Yeah, and no, I've never thought in like ever since ever since like the starting weeks. I'm talking like week 4 and on. I never saw him as elite for the fact that I realized so much that not that he was scared, but he was hesitant to run, which is understandable. He wants to
yes,
protect his body, but
yeah.
like he would only run last. Like he checked everything in his head scenario. So that for that reason, I have him at above average. But if there was like a sub tier to above average, he would be like above Baker as well. You get me?
Yeah, because I can't put Dak in the same tier as Jimmy G, Baker Mayfield, and Kirk Cousins.
So you're putting him at almost elite.
I'm okay. Dak in his like when he's in the zone, I think he's elite, but I'm gonna put him at almost elite for now.
You know what? I'll go up with you.
Okay,
I'm gonna put him at almost elite.
because I just can't put him with Baker Mayfield or Kirk Cousins.
Okay, understandable. Okay. What is it? Former consensus All MVP until his season was derailed by injury.
Nick
Where do you have
excuses.
Carson Wentz?
Well, I think they possibly could have lost that Super Bowl if he started.
You think
Uh,
so? Nick Foles was the right job?
Obviously, bro, Nick Foles clutched up in that Super Bowl.
Obviously. But
He threw the clutch
sorry.
season for the playoffs against the Jets.
I
So
would say
yeah, I don't know.
average. Maybe
I
even
honestly
below
prefer they
average
weren't above him.
if he regress. Mm, actually below average. Because ever since that almost MVP season back in, or did he win MVP?
Uh, let's see.
Because that'll affect it for sure.
There's one Pro Bowl, one Super Bowl champ, and Burt Bell Award. I'm not sure what that is. No MVPs though.
All right. Well, I have him at below average personally.
Yeah, I have him at average, but some games like he's in below
It's
average.
so questionable with him.
Yeah, okay, I'll have him at average.
All right. Okay. So now for another interesting dude. Where do you have Cam Newton at?
Cam Newton, dude,
Mhm.
he's.
He
I
did get
think.
cut from the Patriots, signed with Carolina for what? Wasn't it a year deal? So he's not even going to be back.
Well,
Or
wasn't I thought it was like
possibly
4 years, dude. It was like a
four
bonus
years?
deal. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Well, let me just make sure.
Yeah, I thought they would never sign him to a multi-year deal. Personally, I thought that would be dumb.
Oh, I don't know why I heard 4 years. Oh wait, no, hold on. Okay, no, no, hold up. I don't know if this is old news or this is like recent. This is all the way from 2016,
We
2021.
need to talk. We need an article from like 2021.
Okay, I just messed up something there. 2021. Oh, okay, no, it is 1 year. I heard 4 years.
Yeah, I was about
So
to say.
10 million.
Wow.
Okay.
And over a year.
Well, Prime Cam Newton was easily like the best in the league, but
Oh yeah,
like now Cam Newton, I think
I
you said
think
you have him
Cam
average.
Newton. I even. I have him in now. Cam Newton. I have him on the same level.
It's Jared
I'm
Goff.
almost tempted to go to Jared Goff, but I'll put him at
Poor
bad.
Goff. Okay.
He's just by
He's just
himself.
down there, bro. You
At
can't
least the
you can't do
Predators
anything
can
with
keep
him.
him company. All right.
Wait, I have Jared Goff. No, I had Jared Goff a little higher on my list. I don't know why he's all the way down there.
Where do you have Jared Goff?
I had him at average because he had a lot of hate.
Oh my God. See, you want to get some easy ones out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
Because we still have a lot to go now. I'm looking at it. Okay. So, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, and Lamar, I feel like they could all go into almost elite.
Okay,
Uh,
one at a
I
time,
feel
bro. We
like.
went like three players.
Alright, fine. Let's start with Josh Allen. There could
Josh
be an
Allen.
argument that he is already elite.
Oh, you don't. I think he is easily. Yeah, I'm gonna put him up there already.
Alright. You know what? I'll go up with you.
Not his rookie season, not so much, but after everything after
Hmm.
that, yeah, I don't know how he didn't make the Pro Bowl this year. That was crazy.
Where do you have Lamar?
Elite, same thing.
Because he's already, yeah. I was kind of dumb in saying almost elite because Lamar has already won an MVP. Where do you have Kyler Murray?
Okay, early season Kyler, elite, like
Late season Kyler,
maybe
probably
above
almost elite.
average. Mid season, I'd say
Really?
he's almost elite. Yeah, I would say he's like the same thing with
How about
that.
we meet in the middle and go almost elite?
Yeah, the same
Even
thing.
though I personally think Kyler should be elite.
Well, you put him up there if you want to.
Because early in the season, yeah, you're so right. Because I would say like pre-week 6, there was already talks of him winning MVP.
Yeah, him
But
and
you know how
Dak.
that turned out. Yeah. All right. Um, Matt Stafford, his redemption year currently. Where do you have him?
He had that streak where he threw like four pick sixes in four straight games. It was some crazy thing like
Yeah.
that.
But this is his redemption. Like he's already in the Super Bowl. I'd say that's enough. Like
I think
if you
he's
ask me
almost elite.
pre-season, like I probably would have said above average, maybe almost elite. I feel like he is elite. No matter what happens,
Oh, you put him
he
in elite?
he
Okay.
I'm putting him in elite. No matter what happens, I feel like he's made it. You know, he's finally escaped Detroit, essentially.
Yeah, early season Matt Stafford was, I think, might have been the best. But like throughout that little bump where they signed OBJ and they got Von Miller and they went on a pretty bad losing streak, I put him at almost elite. But I can see
Okay,
where elite would come in. Okay, we have
that's
one,
fair.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14 people left. And it
All
shouldn't
right,
be that hard.
let's. In my opinion, let's add some to the bad situation. Where do you think Trevor Lawrence is gonna go?
He's gonna stay in Jacksonville for like until his contract expires. There's no way he's gonna get traded.
I hope, for the love of God, his contract has like at least some trade clause where he can activate it like Deshaun Watson or something. Because I feel so bad for him. Like he literally stuck there. And
Yeah,
I get like it's partially
Jack screws
partially
him.
some of his fault, but like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, personally. But what is it? So where do you have him?
The same has potential with bad supporting cast because I mean his
Alright.
DJ Chark was injured the whole season. I know that
Mhm.
because like I had him in fantasy and he turned out like completely useless on my picks.
Yeah, I picked up DJ Chark in fantasy, bro. Bro literally just went in, picked up a bag, and did nothing the whole season. Because he was injured, right?
Pro Hills, yeah,
Alright. So we could put Trevor in a bad situation. Let's get all the rookies out of the way. You want to do that? Or
yeah,
no?
sure.
Okay. Mac Jones.
Above average.
Alright, yeah, I'm fine with that. Do you think he has a cap, though? Like a cap to his abilities? He
Well,
was
if
just
he
like the
can't
most
scramble, then
NFL
yes.
ready?
Okay, when none of these guys are even close to retiring. Okay, when A Rod retires, he's gonna like maybe sneak his way into like the top 10. But since A Rod is still here, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I like Mac Jones at above average. Um, Zach Wilson.
Okay, that dude had that cool play, but I think he's also no.
I'm
I think
gonna
he did
put him.
bad. I'm not. mm,
I'm gonna put him in bad. Yeah, I was actually gonna say that. It's not that he has a bad. The
He
Jets
does,
by
but I
no
think he's
mean.
not.
The
It's
Jets
like
are no by no mean a good team. It's just that he got the opportunity. Like you can't really say anything when you're the quarterback that's trying to lead the team. Like I don't know how to explain it besides the fact that like you control where the ball goes. Basically, I don't know how to say beyond that.
he had like four interceptions in the second game. I think alone. He was really bad. And he didn't even play the full season. He's already starting an injury record on his career in his
I
rookie season.
know.
he does have a bad situation, but I think his like a lot of it is kind of his fault too. Like Trevor,
That's
you
fair.
could say a little bit of it, but I think Zach has a lot to do with it.
That's fair.
So who's the last rookie? Okay, Fields is still and Jordan Love.
All right, let's do Jordan Love. I have Jordan Love. I'm gonna put Jordan Love in awful, because when he did get the opportunity, with how stacked the Green Bay Packers are,
Yeah,
he couldn't produce. So I have him there in my with in my board with
veteran
Jared Goff.
receivers too. Like
Yeah, you literally have Devontae Adams, a man who could literally just get you the ball, and he couldn't do anything with it. So
yeah, okay, okay. I have him with Tua on him. I don't know why my list got all scrambled. I put Tua in average. So there's Jordan Love down there.
where do you have Jordan Love in? What sector?
Awful. The same thing as you, because that
Oh,
opportunity
okay.
he had against the Chiefs, like
He
the
and like I
defense,
feel
not
like
that great.
Mitch Trubisky could have taken a better advantage of that.
Justin Fields
For
could do that, I think.
Yeah, Justin Fields could have done better. All right, now speaking of Justin Fields, what do you think about Justin Fields?
He got a lot of hate. I really don't understand why. He did a decent
I
season.
know he and then everyone seems to forget he's under Matt Nagy's offense.
Horrible conservative
I
offense that he
know,
runs.
honestly. So with that, he's gonna become the for in my chart the third of our bad situation quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. I should have put him in average, but okay.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Like the thing with bad situation is it's not necessarily below average, like it's not a tier below. It's just it's kind of like on in the middle of average and below. But like I
like
feel
they can't
like with
control it. You know, it's like
yeah, they can't control
any
it. Yeah.
QB would suck there.
Yeah. Let's get an elite off the board. Let's go Pat Mahomes. Where do you have
Mahomey.
Pat Mahomes? I
Uh,
have him at elite.
elite, easy. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Because just over the past years, even with this and AFC Championship fluke that he he won the coin toss, but regardless of the fact, he made it all the way. Not to the Super Bowl, but to the AFC Championship. Still pretty commendable. And what is it? So, yeah, no real debate here. Just
Yeah,
an
I
elite.
can't see anyone putting Mahomes other anything
Yeah,
other than that.
let's get a little bit of a difficult one. Teddy
Oh,
B. Where do you have Teddy B?
I saw him in the Panthers jersey. I'm like, what? Yeah, there he is. Uh,
Can I be honest with you?
yeah, go ahead.
I want to make him a bad situation quarterback. One, the injury, of course. He came back at like what 25 or something from his rookie year with that injury,
Yeah,
which I feel like played so much of a bigger factor into what is it what actually happened. You get me? And then not only that is that what is it? He never really got another opportunity after that. Of course, like a year ago or so, he got an opportunity with Denver, and then he went to the Panthers. But like again, Denver doesn't really have anything besides Cortland Sutton and Jerry Judy maybe, but I don't even think they had Jerry Judy back then.
he made the Pro Bowl a few times, and he had like
Yeah, made the Pro Bowl a few
200
times.
rushing yards a few years
He,
ago.
he was the first of the mobile quarterbacks, I feel like. But to be frank with you, what is it?
So he
I'm
wasn't
gonna
that
put
bad
him
this
in.
year. What
Yeah,
do you think?
I'm gonna put him in bad situation. Where do you have him?
Well, I can't find it. I'm gonna put him in below average.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Okay.
Okay, hold up. Before we move on, we actually got to assign Deshaun and Ben a tier other than the Predator on the list.
Oh, for real, you wanted to do? Okay. We're talking Ben overall, because he's officially retired. Um, I have Ben overall at average, actually above average,
What,
because he
bro?
did win that one Super Bowl.
Two Super Bowls. This guy in his prime was like elite, dude.
You have him at elite.
In my opinion, overall, yeah.
I feel like he just tarnished his name with this past season.
Okay, okay, well, look, dude, he's like, he's crippled. He's like super
He's
old.
crippled.
Dude, he's very injured. Like, I don't know how
I'll
else to
move
say
up
it.
to elite with you because of the fact of those two Super Bowls.
All right,
All right, and then Deshaun Watson, besides the Predator,
top
promising
five easily.
career.
Oh,
Not,
okay,
I
let's
wouldn't put him
wait.
in elite. I would put him at almost elite. He was at the turning point of his career. It's just he decided to touch some masseuses for some reason, and then he ended up derailing it completely. I don't see him getting on another team in his 20s, maybe his 30s, but definitely he'll probably pull like a Michael Vick.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what the case turns out to be.
Yeah.
Out of all these quarterbacks left here, Russ is kind of stands out.
Mhm.
I think well, okay, no, because this year he was injured.
This year was. Mhm.
He did
So
make the Pro Bowl this year.
excluding this year, Russ has to be, if not almost elite, elite.
Elite, just straight up, right?
Yeah,
I'm
straight
gonna
up
put him up
elite.
there.
I'm gonna put him at elite. Okay.
Okay,
Then there were four. Let's go with the lesser of the
there were
two.
four.
Sam Darnold. Where do you have Sam Darnold?
Trash. That's the first quarterback I have him there.
I have to agree with you. Super trash. I'm actually gonna put. I'm sorry. I love Sam. I love Sam. I'm gonna put
Uh
him
huh.
at worst
Worst. Okay. Wait, you're gonna have
because
him
we
at like
need
the lowest, the
the
worst.
lowest of the low. He had all the opportunities in the world. Was okay? The Jets weren't a good team. Moved down to Carolina. DJ Moore, CMC when he's not
Robbie
hurt, which is
Anderson.
not often. Robbie Anderson, a somewhat
On a decent O
okay
line.
offensive line. You had a cool defense in Brian Burns.
Yeah.
Recently picked up Stephon Gilmore, and you did nothing with it. You
What's
fluked
that
it
kid's
up.
name?
You
That
ended up,
corner. Uh,
huh? Stephon Gilmore?
no. J.C. Horn. They got him too.
Oh
The
yeah,
rookie.
they got J.C. Horn as well. You fluked it up. You ended up letting them take some 31-year-old that got cut by the Patriots, aka Cam, bring him back to Carolina, have that one good game, and then him fall off. And now you have like some random dude. Anyways, he completely screwed up his chance. He's now in worst.
All right. Well, I'm
Okay,
not gonna put him at
and
the worst, but I'm just putting him like a tier above. It's like
at
we're on
trash.
the same page. Yeah.
All right, let's just be honest, bro. Gardner Minshew's mustache looks like he would be a predator, so that's where I'm gonna put him at.
I
I'm joking. I'm joking. Gardner Minshew,
don't know why
he
he's not
did
a
so
starter. To
well
be
when he
honest.
subbed out. He could probably like. I feel like more than Mitch Trubisky, he could compete for a starter position. I'm gonna put him in bad situation because did you see that one game where he subbed in
For the
for
Eagles.
yeah, for the Eagles,
Yes,
hugged
he
his
did
dad.
very
It was
well.
so emotional because he won. Had the big game, bro. I love Gardner Minshew. I just don't like him when we play him again when we play against him. Okay,
Yeah. Fair. Fair enough.
but he really was good, and he was good when he was playing. I
Yeah.
just think
Teams wanted
he
him
had
that
such a
way.
bad start out. Honestly, see, like if Trevor Lawrence wasn't as good as he's respected as, like let's say he was a pretty average person coming out of high school, and then he went to like some average college, and then got picked by the Jags. I feel like he would be on the same direction as Trevor Lawrence, or not, oh God, as what's his name, Gardner Minshew,
Trevor Lawrence on
because
the
Gardner
same
Minshew
path
once
than
again,
Trevor Lawrence.
shut up, shut up. Because Gardner Minshew doesn't come from a big school, I don't think. I think he comes from like some school in Illinois. And then, I've never heard anything about his high school career. But, I imagine it wouldn't be outstanding like Trevor, who's never lost.
Yeah, that was the
So with
crazy
that being
sad.
said, yeah, with that being said, Ryan Tannehill. Where do you have Ryan?
Mm, okay, do you think it's just average? Like, this an
Oh
average
my
quarterback.
god,
He's sold
really?
though, like below. I think I would put him at below
In
average
that
in his
one
playoff
game, in those like
performance.
couple of games where Derrick Henry was out and they were able to win, I feel like that's what for me pushed him up to above average. I would have, I
Okay,
think it's
that's
kind of
fair.
disrespectful to him to not have him on the same level. or below a level from Baker
Okay,
Mayfield.
yeah,
My
I'm
fault.
looking at this list on average, and Tannehill kind of stands out above the rest. So yeah, okay, I'll put him
Yeah.
above there.
And what is it
It's
like?
okay.
Baker, if there was a subcategory for above average and average in between, that's where Baker would go. But it leans more towards above, so therefore that's why he's in above. And then there was one Joey B, aka future Super Bowl MVP, future Super Bowl winner, um future MVP, future Hall of Famer, um gonna deliver the first Super Bowl to Cincinnati. We all know where he's at.
Are you gonna
Almost
put him in
elite.
elite? Okay, I have him at almost elite too, cause
Yeah.
it's too
If
early
he
to
wins the
tell.
Super Bowl, that's it. He's going to elite. He's gonna be Patrick Mahomes again. Patrick Mahomes, what, second year as well, won the Super Bowl with I would admit a goated team. Well, what is it? Joey B does have a goated team. He doesn't have a as goated of a defense as what is
The Bengals, yeah, the Chiefs' defense was really
as
showing
the Chiefs
itself
had.
this year. It
Hmm.
was like getting exposed really bad.
And then as you scroll through, we have no one in trash, no one in predator. Because Chris made me move him. Anyways,
Wait, I didn't make
what
you. What do you
is
want to have in trash and predator?
in Predator? I wanted to have Big Ben and Deshaun, but you're like, no, let's actually rank them. But looking
Okay,
at
no,
this
cause
list,
uh
looking
huh.
at my list, I think it's pretty respectable. You got you got Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, of course, and then you have Lamar, Drew, all time, of course, because he's retired. Josh, Matthew, Kyler, Pat, Big Ben, all time, of course, because he's retired, and then Russell. And then at almost elite, you have these amazing young QB prospects, excluding Derek Carr, who what is it? Are like on the verge. Like once all these old dudes retire, and what is it? I feel like they will make it in the top 10. Or they're probably already in the top 10, maybe top 5 actually. Derek Carr, Justin Herbert, Joey B, Deshaun Watson, Masseuse Master, and then Dak Prescott. And then at above average, you have a really solid rookie that came out was a perfect fit for his team. And then you have an average dude out of Texas A&M who has Derrick Henry, and then you have Baker Mayfield who's on the verge of completely blowing his opportunity because he can't get his act together. He can't, like work. I don't know if it's that he should work on his route tree or something with his wide
He
receivers,
needs Heart
like
Master.
like hang out with them or something. I don't know, but he just needs to build the connection so he doesn't get exposed on Twitter again. And then you have average, which is pretty respectable for the time. Jimmy G, if he plays like this
Oh,
season
hold on.
again,
You have Jimmy G in average?
yes.
Okay, let me fix it. Okay, I got you.
No, no, no. Wait, it's your tier list. I mean, what do you have Jimmy G in?
No, okay, no, I have mine, and then I have yours on a separate tab, and I'm just moving them around.
Okay. Jimmy G in average, along with Alex Smith, Matt Ryan, and then Kirk Cousins.
Uh huh.
Wait, actually, I think I might have flipped him because Jimmy G is supposed to be an above average. I wouldn't put him below Baker.
Yeah, because
My fault.
earlier, yeah, okay, I got you.
Uh, Okay. So at average, you have what is it? Some retired dudes who after let's admit it, like after a good 10, maybe 12 years, we won't remember. We will reminisce on the fact that Julio was on one of his team. He got a chance to play 1 year with Terry McLaurin, and then for Kirk, he had no good wide receivers besides Justin Jefferson these past 2 years, and possibly Adam Thielen. But what is it? Besides that, average, I feel like is pretty good for being average. And then we have our bad situation QB. Drew Lock, probably a stretch for most people, but I think once you get Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater and Gardner Minshew, probably a stretch for most people. But once you look into it and the fact that like that wasn't in their control, it really was just a bad situation. And then along with Justin Fields, right? I forgot his name for a second. Justin Fields, who's under Matt Nagy's offense and barely got any like starting time this season because they decided they wanted to what is it like Andy Dalton for some reason. And then Trevor Lawrence, who it is partially his fault, but again, another like coach who was just kicking his kickers, not treating the players right,
Kicking
cheating
the
on his
kicker.
wife, wasn't focused on football. And then you have below average, and I feel like below average is pretty commendable as well. You know, Jalen Hurts, what is it, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then what's his name, Carson Wentz. And then you have our bad tier. This is they're not particular. They could of course increase, but some of them it's too late. Though, alright, not some of them. The only person where it's too late for them to increase is Cam Newton. I feel like, as we talked about, um, what is it? Mitch could probably put a really good show on for Danny with a starting quarterback competition. Tua as well in that category, same as Mitch. I feel like Danny Dimes is just not cut out for the Giants system.
Yeah,
Like,
Jason Garrett was involving him in the run game. I was like, what are you
I
doing?
know he's a 6'6" non-mobile pocket passer.
Trying to kill the dude. He had a concussion
Yeah.
before.
Anyways, what is it? And then we got our awful tier. This is where we have Jordan Love,
Jordan
who
Love.
literally got the rank. It's as if like you were a hobo, and then someone gave you $1 billion, and you ended up wasting that as well on gambling. Like, that's how he played this situation. You get me?
Yeah,
Like,
I get you.
you
Yeah, he had a
had
good
such
chance.
a stacked team. And all you needed to do was what you'd been doing your whole entire life and training for this moment to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be what Aaron Rodgers was to Brett Favre. I'm gonna take over the ring. No, you're not. Anyways, and then we got Jared Goff. You know, the punching bag of the NFL. But he may not be for long because you know who's worse than him? Sam Darnold. He had two chances to become either the Jets superhero, the Carolina Panthers superhero, and I know somewhere out there's gonna be a GM, hopefully not the Cowboys, that signs him and is just like, oh no no no, he'll be good. He's gonna be what? He's gonna be the
Fix my
player that
franchise.
the Jets drafted at second round. What is it? At second overall for. But nah, I don't think. I think all realistically, like if he does develop at all, max cap, average, but not even that. Cause how old is Sam Darnold? One sec, one sec. He's 24. He's young.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, he's
Wow.
young. But 10 years, let's say he does good from these 10 years on. And I'm talking like Kirk Cousins good. I'd probably put him in above average. He'd probably be like comeback player of the year because, or most improved MIP. But I don't know, dude. Like, I just really see no hope for him.
Yeah, well, he's still young, so he can
I
never give
I
up.
know he'll get another chance just based off of the fact that he's so young, but I don't know. He's kind of like that Dwayne Haskins, but he doesn't take it as non-seriously. Excuse me, as non-seriously as Dwayne. But yeah, that's my tier list.
Alright, well, that's enough. Alright. Guys.